Hi everybody and welcome to my new show, the CD Sport Podcast with me, Kerry Davis. My first guest joining me today is my good friend and professional MMA fighter, John Martin Fraser. What's happening, John, boy?
Much care with you, boy.
I'm not too bad, boy. What's been happening? Appreciate you getting up this early to speak to me. What time is it?
That's right, boy. It's like 6:30 in the minute.
6:30 in the morning.
Yeah. Thanks for having me on, boy.
What's that?
Thanks for having me on, boy.
No, that's good, boy. I'm happy. I thought the first person I'm going to have, I'm like, right, John would be a good one. We have actually spoke about doing this for ages, and we like a podcast type thing, and a bit of a chat about stuff. But remember we tried doing one before, me, you, and Owain?
Oh, it was fucking horrendous.
Oh, it was bad. I was thinking, fuck, it can't be that bad. But,
hey, to be fair, we didn't really have much structure, and just sitting down, drinking, just talking nonsense.
And it ended up being like a 2.5 hour of fucking extra shit.
Talking shit.
What's been happening anyway, boy? What have you been up to this week?
Not much, boy. Just training and just training, putting a lot of effort into recovery and stuff as usual, and just getting ready for this fight they got coming up in March. Got my first title fight in March 20th against a guy called Campbell for the middleweight title in Eternal. It's pretty big fight, like, you know. Just been all my focus lately has just been onto that really. But looking forward to it.
Yeah, I was going to talk about that. Kit Campbell, March 20th. I was just saying, it's not you're a former XFC amateur light heavyweight champion too, boy. Don't forget that.
Back in my Fat Man days, I was.
No, I was going to say. But I was got your record, 4-2 in professional, but you're undefeated at middleweight. So you've had, this will be your third fight at middleweight, won't it?
Technically the first one was super middleweight. We fought a catch weight because the guy couldn't make weight. So we fought at 88 kilos, but now we'll be dropping down for the second time at 84.
84 kilos, yeah. And what's that in stone for the British people?
Fuck, I'm not even sure, actually. I think it's 14 stone or something. I don't know.
I'm 14 stone now, boy, and that's 91. So I think you're talking...
Yeah, right on.
I think it's like 13 kilos, maybe?
Yeah, right on. Because every kilo is every stone is about 6 kilos, isn't it?
Yeah. Which is quite mad, right? I find quite mad, like the people, especially, people who know you back home. We've always known John Martin. He's a big guy, isn't he? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, fat fucker.
No, you're a big guy, boy. You're 6'1". You've always carried your weight well. And obviously, you're going to be fighting at, 13 stone 3, I think it is, 84 kilos. And I don't think I've ever seen you at that fucking weight in person,
Yeah.
The smallest
better for it, like.
The smallest I've seen you is at when you fought Nathan Reddy in the Hex series, a light heavyweight. And you were cut in, obviously, to 93 kilos then. But obviously, and you were cut all the water and everything out of your body, didn't you, for that?
Yeah.
You were
like getting to 93, I used to find, it was a mad thing about that is because I used to walk around about 110 off. I've been up to 120, 121, 122 kilos. But when I was fighting the light heavyweight, I used to drop down to 93. And I used to find that so much harder than I've found dropping to 84.
Yeah.
Just through having more knowledge about how to diet and how to really drop the weight properly, I used to be silly with it and just trying to silly things, just dropping your carbs and having less energy throughout training and just starving myself, but not eating the adequate protein, so I wasn't recovering properly and stuff. But now that I've educated myself a little bit now and on energy balance and just keeping my protein levels tidy, then I'm dropping weight and I'm recovering better, But it's leaving me with less weight to cut in the sauna, and honestly, going 84 has been much easier than I've ever made 93, which is mad to say.
Yeah. It doesn't really make sense, but the way you say it like that, but obviously it does, doesn't it? You hear you hear a lot of the UFC fighters say, like Jose Aldo, doesn't he? He always says now he fights a bantamweight, doesn't he? And he says he finds making the weight a bantamweight easier than making the weight when he was at featherweight. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, fuck.
He was a big fucking featherweight. What do you think? Yeah. You know about weight and stuff. I actually wanted to ask you this. Obviously Dustin Poirier and Conor McGregor fought on the weekend.
Yeah.
They were saying like Conor McGregor was already down. He was kind of nearly there at the 155, wasn't he? Like he
Right.
didn't have a big cut, but then Poirier
Yeah.
had quite a big cut. And the time
Yeah.
Poirier went in the octagon, fuck, I think he said that he was like fucking nearly 180 pounds.
Yeah, right on.
And then McGregor, because he was already down there naturally, he was, I don't know how much he weighed, but you could see Poirier looked a lot, well, I thought he looked a lot bigger than Conor in the cage, to be honest. But what I'm saying is, do you think that, do you reckon cutting weight's like a good thing, or do you reckon coming down naturally to the weight class is better, in your opinion?
Oh, look, I think me personally, I think it's better. But like, you know, some people thrive in a lower weight class where they've had a hard cut. You know, like they call it a fight before the fight in the whole weight cut process. Like it's pretty brutal. Like, you know, like some people go through some serious weight cuts and like cut a lot of water the day before. You know, but they start the dehydration process a full week before. Not like that they're in the sauna the week before, but just the water loading and. But like some people thrive on that shit, you know, and like they do really well by cutting the weight, and then they're a little bit heavier during the fight. But then you got other people like, I think I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure Adesanya doesn't. I don't think he cuts that much weight, you know, and like, you know, he's the best middleweight on the planet at the moment.
Yeah.
I think it's just down to the fighter. I personally think it's better to be sitting around your weight, but then you do get monsters that come in, cut a shitload of weight, and then they're a weight class or two above you and on fight night. But my personal opinion, I don't think that had anything to do with Conor's fight on the weekend. I just think the better man on the night won the fight, you know, and like, yeah, I don't think that was anything down to weight class or anything. No, I think it was just the better man on the night won the fight, really.
I'll be honest, I was gutted Conor lost, I'll be honest with you. What's your thoughts? Yeah, I just thought more doors open with Conor winning, in my opinion. Like, if Conor won, I thought it'd be like, fucking hell, you know. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like with Poirier now, it's like, I don't know. What's going to happen? He's going to fight. Who is he going to fight next? Type thing. I think just thought Conor had more doors, more options, in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't know.
Poirier,
isn't he? He's exciting to watch, isn't he, Conor? But like, he's exciting to watch, but he hasn't fought. You know, he's fought like twice in the last 3 years, maybe. Is it twice in the last 3 years? Yeah. He's been pretty inactive, you know, and obviously COVID has something to do with that. But like, fuck, that's the way it goes, isn't it? Like, you're going to win some fights and you're going to lose some. I think he was heads and shoulders above a lot of fighters at one point, but I think now that the game's like caught up to him big time. But like, you know, you see people saying like, "Oh, he's washed out and this, he should jack it in." I'm like, "Fuck off! What are you talking about? He's one of the best in the world." Like, you know,
he still looks good.
It just you know, Poirier's that good as well. Like, but I think it's still like, you know, I don't think it's bad for the sport that Conor lost the fight. I think it's fucking great because it's like there's so many other fighters in that division. You know, you got Gaethje, Charlie Olives, fucking even for like people saying Ferguson's fucking lost it. Ferguson's literally lost 2 fights to Gaethje and fucking Charlie Oliveira. It's like, fuck, man. Like, can you really say he's washed out now because he had 2 fights against like two of the best lightweights on the planet? Yeah. I just think people are too quick to jump on fighters and say like, "Oh, you fucked it now because you lost like 1 or 2 fights." And like, nah, like hopefully Conor comes back, but it'd be a hard thing to do and fucking when he's got like hundreds of millions in the bank as well. Like, you know, It's like fucking what's his name, Marvin Hagler used to say, it's hard to get out of bed at 5 a.m. to run the roads when you're wearing fucking silk pajamas. And it's, you know, I'm not saying that's why he lost either, but like, you know, whether he's going to come back, who knows? He might just sit back and go, "Fuck it, I'm going to enjoy my money," and you can't really blame him. No. But hopefully he doesn't because he's good to watch. Like, you know, he's exciting there.
He's good. Have you ever you know, in training or a fight taken leg kicks like
that? Calf kicks, yeah.
Calf kicks.
Yeah, like yeah, they hurt like a cunt.
They're bad,
yeah, they're pretty bad. Yeah, and it's not like, you know, I don't know. Maybe it's because we're used to conditioning with like a leg kick to the quad is just, whether it's because we get hit there or it's a bigger muscle or it's easier to get hit there than we get conditioned with like normal leg kicks. I don't know, but like a calf kick, take 1, maybe 2, and it just shuts your leg down, man. Like they're pretty effective. But again, though, comes to corner now, and people are talking as if like these calf kicks are fucking brand new because Conor McGregor's been clipped by him. Same with the shoulder strikes. Like everyone's like, "Oh my god, he's hitting people with his shoulder." I'm like, yeah, John Jones was doing it fucking 10 years ago. Like calf kicks that have been about for ages. It's just, it just shows how effective they are. But yeah, they're pretty good. They are pretty good. It's and it's I don't know what it is. You just can't soak them up the same. They just shut your foot down. You can't push off that leg as easy. Yeah. Just ask Courtney to give you a couple of kicks on the calf, like see what it feels like.
I'll have to
do the rolling pin as well.
Learn to check a kick first, like, by, you know what I mean?
Nah, fuck it. Just see what it's like.
Yeah.
Just get it. Do the rolling pin to the side of the calf, and then try and go for a fucking 10K run. See what it feels like.
Let's see how you feel, by. No, talking about your upcoming fight now. You say March 20th. So you're in the middle of camp now, really? Are you? Yeah.
Yeah. It's a couple of weeks in now.
Yeah.
7 weeks ago.
It's all going good. I obviously don't have to say too much, but everything going good in camp. Kyle putting you through your paces, and Doyley and Ryan. Is it Ryan Dunstan, your coach?
Ryan Dunstan, yeah. So obviously with no closing like after COVID and stuff, like Kyle had other commitments and with his kids and stuff, so he had to just step away from coaching. So he just had a new baby and stuff. So I stayed. Doyley stayed at Doyley opened a gym there with Core Strength, which is Hellraiser Combat Centre, and I moved down to Ryan Dunstan. And at first I went down to Integrated for a little bit down in Brizzy with Adrian Pang for a couple of weeks doing a bit of wrestling, and then I tried my hand at Ignite, and and I get on with all the Integrated boys as well. They're all great guys and everything. It just fit a little bit better for the time being. Training down at Ignite, it fit better with my work schedule at the time. And like they're both great gyms, but I've really found a home down at Ignite. Ryan Dunstan's a fucking phenomenal coach. He's really passionate about it as well. He and the same with Doyley and as well. Doyle is just like so invested in there. So I've just been down there. They've been pushing the paces down there, and I've been working with them for the last, I don't know, since the stuff opened up during July, I think it was, or maybe a month or so after July. But yeah, it's been so good for me, and the great guys, he's all welcoming and stuff. And Kyle's a little bit more settled now with the baby. He's like jumped back on board as a training partner and stuff. And to be honest, there's fucking not many people that can get like the caliber that I've got there as a sparring partner with him as well.
Oh, yeah, I agree. Yeah.
But it's fucking it's so good,
I saw old Kyle. He's got a jiu-jitsu match coming up, is he?
Yeah, sorry, on classic jiu-jitsu down the Gold. I think it's in the Gold Coast. February. I posted it yesterday. February's like an Ogie match.
Yeah, I saw. Yeah, I think it's the 13th.
Something like that. Yeah.
Oh, I'll have to get Kyle on, by. Tell him. You'll probably be watching this, Kyle. Come on the show, by. We'll have a bit of a chat. With your UFC career. Jiu-jitsu.
I'll ask him as well, Phil.
Yeah, definitely. No, slightly off MMA, boy. I was no sign. What's the COVID scene like there now? It's not fucking coming back, because I really don't want your fight being cancelled come March, I'll be honest with you. Because you've had a bit of a nightmare in the past as well, haven't you, with fucking cancels of fights and, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
last year or 2 years ago, was it? Was it last year?
Yeah, it was like everything opened up, and then we were training for a fight, and then fucking hell, what was it? I think I had 3 cancellations last year. It was the borders started shutting down. It was Melbourne. I think, kicked off, and Melbourne and Sydney. Then they had to move the show back, and then the dates just kept on rolling over with the border closures. But so it just shit happened, So they had to cancel some shows, moving back. My opponents couldn't fly up. They kept some shows going last year. It must be stressful as a promoter this time, But so fingers crossed now, nothing's going to happen. Everything seems pretty relaxed here. All the borders are starting to open up. Melbourne seems good. Sydney's good. Life's pretty much as normal here. I feel really lucky that it is the way it is, where I'm able to train and I'm able to even put in for a fight,
No, 100%.
But hopefully it stays like this,
100%. I was going to ask, will you going to get tested? Will Eternal test you for COVID, or will it be like that, or no?
I'm not really sure, boy.
Yeah,
I don't
know. Because
know. I don't know. They haven't mentioned nothing.
and obviously, I wrote on my notes. Yeah, there'll be crowds and stuff, will it? If as it stands.
Yeah, so I think this changed the rules. I think they've gone for like a bigger place. So social distancing is more is easier to do then. I think, but because they used to do it in the Southport Sharks in the Gold Coast, but they've gone to Carrara Stadium. I think that's why they moved it, because they had like restrictions with smaller places and stuff. But so hopefully it'll be all good now.
What's your fight at? What's Carrara Stadium? Is that what you in like a stadium? Was it like football?
I don't think so. No, I don't think, I'm not really sure, to be honest. I don't think so. I think it's just like a bigger, more open space.
Yeah.
Like when everything started opening up, they were still having like some open air shows and stuff. I think XFC had like an open air show that looked pretty cool. It's just a big risk with the weather and stuff, you know. But like one of our boys fought in a Muay Thai show, and it was all under a massive marquee, but just like such a big area, you know what I mean? So I think I don't know whether there's something like that. I don't know. I haven't been to the Carrara Stadium. They did do one last year. But yeah, I'm not really sure.
Yeah, right. No, I'll have to Google that when I get off the show now, bye. And
yeah.
Hey, listen, do you Kit Campbell? Obviously, I got his record. You're 10-5, so he's no dead, is he? Do you know much? Do you know much about him? You watched much of his fights. What type of fighter is he?
Kit's pretty good all round. Like, you know, he's a pretty aggressive fighter. He's an explosive striker. He's good jiu-jitsu. Good wrestling. Good striker. He's explosive. Good off his back. He's pretty good all round. Like, you know, and he's got like pushes the pace. He's aggressive when he gets going. He's a fucking pretty good opponent, you know, and like the people he's lost to are only are pretty decent opponents. Like, you know, like Izzy pretty careful. He just fought and lost a decision to. Izzy's just been fined. Izzy's just been signed to the UFC. And what else? Nathan Ambrose, I think, middleweight from Hex or welterweight, but he's lost him to a close decision where he had like an illegal head kick. You can see the highlights on YouTube and stuff. Like he's no one to take lightly, like, you know. But I'm planning to put him on his fucking back as well. Like,
yeah,
I'm fucking excited to fight him. It's not like I don't shy away from a hard fight, like, and I can't fucking wait to fight this guy either.
No, that's it. And for the people who don't know, this is for the vacant middleweight championship, because you were actually meant to fight Izzy, weren't you? Izzy. Yeah. I can't say his last name. Like,
Izzy Fitikefu.
Fitikefu. You were meant to fight him before he signed for the UFC, weren't you? Yeah.
So COVID got in the way of a fight originally, I think, a couple of times, and then he got sent over to Abu Dhabi as a stand-in for any pull-out fights at 205. And I think he got signed not long after that, or around that time, I think. But it got announced recently. But yeah, I was meant to fight him for the title, and that was Kit's last fight, I think, or Ambrose maybe. But yeah, and I'm fucking gutted I didn't get to fight this year as well. Like he would have been a pretty solid opponent as well. But you know, all the best to him and stuff. See how he does in the UFC. It'd be interesting. Hopefully I meet him again. Like,
yeah, 100%. Yeah, I would say it's twice now. You've Izzy is one of Robert Whittaker's main training partners, isn't he? And obviously you were going to fight his other training partner who's in the UFC now, Jacob Malkoun. Is it Malkoun?
That's it. Yeah, I think that's how you pronounce it. Yeah.
There's two boys there you were meant to fight from the Whittaker camp, innit?
Yeah, I think I was meant to fight Jacob on Nitro like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
But the whole show got canned, and it was like a week before the fight they shut the whole show down.
I remember.
Was it that fight? I think I ended up fighting. That one got cancelled, and I think I ended up getting not a late call in, like the show got cancelled, and like other shows scrambled together to pick the fighters up. And I think that's when I fought Carlos Ullberg over at Perth. Then I think
who's now a UFC fighter as well.
Yeah, he's recently just got signed from Contender Series. I think it was like last month, is it?
Yeah, well,
it wasn't pretty recent.
Yeah. I was fucking gutted too. I was fucking, because I was living in Melbourne at the time and you were meant to fight in Melbourne. So I was like, oh yeah, go and watch one of John's fights. And then that fucking got canned and go, oh, fuck, he's going to Perth now. It was like 2 weeks notice too, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty short notice, yeah.
And obviously with Jacob, he was quite a heavy wrestler, good jiu-jitsu, isn't he? By memory.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, it wasn't Jacob. It was Jacob that got cancelled, but I was meant to fight Duke Didier, which is he's a big light heavyweight. There's a judo guy that just is pretty. He just uses his striking to rush you, grab hold of you, and wrestle. You know, so it was like just working loads and loads of defense, and then I'm up against a fucking 6'2", like pretty good striker, like, you know. But not that I had anything to do with me losing. It was just, you know, he was better than me on the night again. But yeah, like looking back at those fights and stuff, you know, it was even like Carlos, and then the one I had after Nathan Reddy was probably you know, early in my career, but I really don't regret taking those fights at all. Like, you know, because it just kind of testing myself against the best in the country then, when I was, you know, if on paper I was out of my depth and stuff. But I think those two fights like taught me so much, like, you know. And I, you know, lost decisions to them. I hung in there a little bit. Carlos fight was a bit boring. Reddy beat me up a little bit, threw me around. But like, I learned more from those two fights than I did the rest of my career. Like, you know, I learned more in those two losses than I did any other of my fights. So I don't regret them at all. Like, even though I took them a little bit early on in my career. But
like without obviously making excuses for you, but obviously Carlos Ullberg he was king of the ring. Is he king of the ring New Zealand like 2 years in a row?
Something like that, yeah. I don't know what it is, yeah.
Really heavy striker, and you were about to fight it. Well, Duke did, yeah. He was in the Commonwealth Games for judo, wasn't he?
I think so. I don't know.
Yeah, he was a Commonwealth Game athlete. So obviously you were training very heavy wrestling in that camp. But anyway, it's no excuse, like you said. You've learned from your experience and stuff, type thing.
That's it, yeah. Like, I did go into the fight with a bit more defensive mindset, and you can kind of see it in the fight. But you know, it was a closest fight. Like, you know, he's just better than me. He was just more active during the fight and stuff. But
Carlos was a split too, wasn't it? It was a split decision.
Was it? I don't know.
Yeah, it was. It was a split decision. I remember. Yeah.
Yeah, right on.
Go by memory. I had you down for winning the second because you shot for a takedown, didn't you? You didn't get the takedown, but you had him up against the fence for a little bit. By memory.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think
I remember giving you a round, and then it was a split decision in the end.
Yeah, but he's more active in the fight and stuff.
Yeah.
But talking about leg kicks, that guy kicks hard now.
Carlos.
Yeah, fuck guy.
Well, again, he's fucking one of Izzy's Israel Adesanya's main boys, isn't he? Like training partners.
Yeah.
I think Israel was cornering him in the Contender Series, wasn't he? He was like,
I think so. Yeah, he was there either way. Yeah.
Yeah. So why did you from light heavyweight? Like you said, you're a big guy. What made you want to go to middleweight? Like, was it just?
I remember like Big Larry. Larry Edwards used to be my pad holder and stuff. He's always saying to me like, you know, hey, Johnny, you might want to go to middleweight and try that out, you know, and I always told myself I wouldn't get there, but you know, I had plenty of weight to lose, like, you know, a fair old gut to me. But like, I always thought I wouldn't make 84 kilos, you know, I struggled to get a 93. But after Carlos and not so much Carlos, after the Nathan Reddy fight, just going into that fight, I was like, fucking hell, this guy's like 93 kilos. I don't think Nathan cut very much weight. I don't think he cut weight at all. I remember speaking to him before the weigh-ins and he was at 92 or something. But like, you know, he's a solid 93. And after the fight, I was thinking, fucking hell, this guy's like, you know, I'm just a small fat light heavyweight. Like, no one's going to really take me seriously if I keep on fighting at this weight. Like, you know, so I thought, fuck it, I'm going to have a crack at getting my weight down. So I did, and it was the best thing I've ever done, because not only is it like, you know, fighting at the weight that I should be, but like dropping the weight, I move better, I grapple better, everything. Like, you know, I'm lighter on my feet, my striking's better just from taking that weight off. Because I'm not just carrying that around, that extra fucking useless tissue. Like, you know, I got this fucking so much fat in my body that's doing absolutely nothing for me. It doesn't help me move in any way. So just getting rid of that. It's like taking 10 kilos off you. It's like trying to go for a run with a 10-kilo plate in your back, like, you know. It's I honestly, like, hey, you can say ifs and buts. I think I'd fucking beat Nathan Reddy and Carlos fighting at the weight that I do now. You know, I reckon I'd fight him because I walk around 95 to 90. I reckon I'd beat them both to fight in 93 at the weight I am now. Just because I move better, I fight better at this weight, you know. But like, yeah, it's just been the best thing for me dropping the weight, and I wish I'd done it sooner. Like I played the idea of having a crack at 77 one day at welterweight, and it might still happen. But like, my focus is on middleweight at the moment, and if it's not broken, don't fix it, you know.
Yeah.
Once I get a couple of wins, and maybe I'll have a look at that in the future.
No, yeah, I agree. I remember, I was down Spacey's house, and we were watching your fight against Daniel Almeida, Jacare.
Yeah.
But I know that was the super middleweight fight, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Like, you came out and fuck me, you look so light on your feet and you're striking and everything. It was like me and Spacey, you're like, oh my god, look at fucking John, like look how agile he is, and you like throwing combos in and out, you know, because he was very good. Was he like second degree black belt jiu-jitsu as well?
So black belt in jiu-jitsu, yeah, pretty good grappling.
Pretty good grappling, so you were in and out with your combo, so to speak. You know, you didn't want to get too close because that was his game plan. He wanted to fucking grab hold of you, didn't he?
Yeah, it worked to his weaknesses, didn't it?
Yeah.
Stayed my strengths and worked to his weaknesses.
The old Jacare. And I want to talk about your last win as well, by Candetta or Dita? How do you say it?
Candiata.
Diata. 25 seconds. Fucking knockout, like.
Yeah, it was pretty satisfying, to be honest.
I know, how do you describe this? What do they say? Fighters don't get paid overtime, so they want to be in there as quick as they can, don't they? And then they want to get the job done and get out type thing. But you know when you put, say, a 12-week camp in, of fucking, you go through blood, sweat and tears, you know, and then you go in there, and then you get it done in 25 seconds. Is it like, fucking hell, that was quick? Or is it like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I remember hitting him with that left hook, and I didn't even fucking know that I'd knocked him out. I remember hitting him with the left hook and like just realizing, oh fuck, he's gone down. And you just see his eyes rolling the back of his head. And I went to hit him with another shot, and I was like, oh fuck, better not. There was just no need, you know. He wasn't coming back from it. But no, that was a satisfying one. Like I'd had a fast one in my amateur days as well, and I remember coming out there feeling like, fuck, I wanted the fight to go longer, you know. But this one was like that fight in particular. I actually had tonsillitis. My throat fucking closed up on the Wednesday of the fight.
Which one?
So fighting on the Candiata fight, yeah. Oh, right. So like the Wednesday of the fight, I woke up and my you know, the fucking dangly thing in the back of your throat, that swole up where I was almost choking on it. So I thought, fuck me. Went to the doctor, and I'd had I think I cut my eye twice fucking doing training camp, and so like it hadn't been the most solid camp. Well, the training had been phenomenal. Everything had gone well, but like having a cut, not being able to grapple, and like the whole plan going into that fight was to wrestle him a bit, because you know, take him to his weaknesses. You know, he's a good striker. He's a Muay Thai fighter, first MMA fight. Thought take him out of his comfort zone. But like waking up with fucking going to the doctors, and he said, "Oh yeah, you've got tonsillitis." So I was like, "Fuck me." So he said, "I'll give you antibiotics. Give me pretty aggressive antibiotics, which will make you a little bit tired for the fight." He said, "Not so much for the fight, but like you might notice a difference if you're fighting over 3 rounds. You know, you might feel a lot more tired than what you used to throughout your camp." So I remember warming up before the fight, and I turned to Doyle and I said, "Doyle, I'm gonna go all out in this first round, and it's either gonna pay off or it's not. I'm gonna try and knock him out early." And yeah, it fucking paid off. It was good because me and Doyle we were working on a couple of those setups for quite some time, like, you know, and it was really satisfying to feel that for that to pay off and catch him so good with it, you know.
So you felt, you know, when you caught him with the left hook, did you feel it, like, was it like that hit connected?
The first one hit him harder, I think, because I hit him with a left hand and like cracked him pretty hard, and like you could just see a glint in his eye that he's a little bit wobbled, and the next thing, the left hook just put him out. Then I think, but I didn't even realize it knocked him out. Like I remember looking down and thinking, "Fucking hell."
You did well as well. You see a lot of fighters, like you say, follow up. You know, you knocked him out, and your adrenaline's going. You see, like Alistair Overeem when Ngannou knocked him out. He was out, and then, he dropped that mat, you know. And your adrenaline is high. You could have easily just landed a big bomb in him there, but fair play to you. You like stopped straight away, didn't you?
Oh, look, he's, you know, like, you know, he's not. Yeah, you could see that he was out and stuff. Like maybe if it happened again, I'd follow through with it and hit him again. Like, you know, it's just part of MMA. You don't stop until the ref comes in and pulls you off. Like, you know, so like a lot of people said, like, oh, you know, well done on pulling it up and stuff, he's a gentleman. But I didn't really have a choice in the matter. I went to throw it and just stopped last second. There wasn't like a big thought process or anything, you know. And like, you know, next time if I flatten Kit, then there's a good chance I'll follow through with it. Like, you know, it's not so much of a gentleman thing. It was just a pull up. Like, but at the end of the day, like, you know, we're all in it. We're all in the sport. Like, you know, there's no need to give someone unnecessary fucking brain damage if he wasn't coming back from it anyway, you know. But like, you do see some people pull it up or go for a walk off shot after like knocking someone out, and then the guy gets back up. You know,
no, you do see it.
So, like, you can't blame for people for following through with it. Like, you know, look at fucking Masvidal KOing fucking Ben with that knee, still following through with it.
That was fucking hatred too, wasn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He fucking hated him, didn't he?
Yeah.
I think he threw them punches. I think he did it intentionally, didn't he? Do you know what I mean?
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
It wasn't
and
like, I didn't know he was out. Askren was fucking out. Talking of Askren, boy, fucking, who have you got? Him or Jake Paul?
Oh, fuck. Fuck.
Do you want to give Jake Paul the attention, boy, or what's the goal? Yeah.
Oh, fuck, I'm not going to give Jake Paul much attention. The cunt's got fucking 15 million. You know what I mean? Not so much. I just think he's gone in with like probably the worst striker in MMA there, and like Ben's a fucking tough fighter. Like, who am I to comment on Ben Askren's fucking technique and stuff? You know, he's like one of the best wrestlers in fucking MMA, or was at one point. But his striking's fucking awful, and like, that Jake Paul's a big dude. Yeah, he's only had 2 fights against a fucking YouTuber and a basketballer, but I don't know. I just got a feeling Ben's gonna get fucking smashed. I do. Yeah. I don't know whether he knock him out because he has got a good chin. Yes, he got knocked out with Masvidal, but I think that knee would have knocked out most people.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I just don't think he's got the ability to stay in there with someone with average boxing, like, you know.
Like you said, I think Askren, he's going to get beat up a bit, but I don't think he'll get knocked out. I think he might lose on points, but if he doesn't, is it a 12-round fight? I don't know. I don't know the round.
5, is it? 5 or 6?
But I think Askren, he could take him to deep waters, couldn't he? You know, like, he just have that edge.
I don't think he will.
You don't think he will? No?
I don't think he will. I think he'll end up covering up, getting fucking punched the hell out of, and the ref stopping it, or he'll end up getting knocked out. You know?
He's called out, what did he say? Jake Paul. I saw on Instagram. Oh, he
goes Darnis.
No, yeah, he wanted Darnis, but he after Askren, he's called out Diaz. That's it, man. Nate Diaz. You called him out.
Oh, right.
But again, Dylan Darnis, I think is he a bit better than Askren striking wise? I haven't really seen much. He's only had 2 fights, hasn't he, Dylan Darnis? And he's just subbed everyone, hasn't he, in his fights?
Yeah, like, oh, look, you put Darnis in against someone like Jake Paul in an MMA fight, and he'll fucking break his legs. Like, you know what I mean? You know, if he can shoot in and take him down, then it'll be game over. Like, no problem. But in a boxing match, like, that Jake Paul's a fucking big dude. Like, you know, he's a couple of weight classes above Darnis, I think anyway, I think he's like 180, 190 pounds, is he?
I think that's the fight. Yeah, I think that's the yeah, I think, oh, sorry, go on.
Yeah, I think Darnis like 170, is he? And Darnis isn't like a lean 170 either, you know, so like, he'd be a smaller guy. He looks about 6 foot fucking 2. But fuck, man, like, it'd be nice to see. It's happened before, and you know, boxers have come over to MMA. It has happened, but like, one of these YouTube stars like come over and fight and do it of MMA, it'd be good to see, like, you know. Even with another striker, it doesn't have to be a grappler, because someone's got no grappling against a grappler, you know what's going to happen. But like, give him a puncher's chance and let him kickbox in small gloves or something and see what happens. I think that'd be more interesting and more entertaining then, you know. But yeah, I don't know. How can you blame them, innit? If you get 50 million people to watch the fight, or however many fucking people it is, I don't think it'd be 50 million, but if you got so many followers, how can you blame them for putting the fight on when it's going to make so much money? But I don't know. I think just fucking there's more interesting fights, much more interesting fights than like people like I like, you know.
100%. Mike Tyson, I listened to a podcast with him the other day, and he was all for it. He reckons, the more YouTubers and famous people who come to boxing, the better, because boxing's a dying breed and we need to pick it back up. So people like Jake Paul is bringing like the boxing name back up, so to speak. Because boxing's kind of, because there's corruption in boxing where everyone picks and chooses they fight. You could be like 20, 30 and all before you even have your first test. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
he's got a good point there as well. And bringing attention to boxing. But, how many of those YouTubers and stuff are actually going to get attention to boxing or just follow like Jake Paul and stuff, It's just, I don't know. Maybe it will. Maybe I'm wrong and like maybe it will. But, look, you can't blame them. If they're gonna put bums on seats, people are gonna put it on, innit? It's like McGregor and Mayweather. Like everyone knew what was gonna happen there. Everyone hangs on for the hope that McGregor's gonna KO him, but it didn't look pretty after a couple of rounds, But again, it's just bums on seats, innit? And it's a spectacle. Like I'm more excited about seeing fucking Eddie Hall and
Thor.
Thor fighting, to be honest.
I don't know his real name. He had a fight the other day. Did you see him on YouTube?
Who did?
Thor had a fight.
No, well, proper fight.
Proper boxing match. It was against a cruiserweight. Fuck, the guy must have been about 6'2". The guy was probably quite a big guy, but obviously Thor's fucking a giant, isn't he?
Yeah.
And the guy he fought looked like he could box, but it ended up being a draw. I was like, fuck. I know. I think it was a draw just to promote the Eddie Hall fight a bit as well.
Was it a draw though, or was it like a?
I thought, I don't know the guy's name who Thor fought. I thought the guy who fought. I looked him up. I can't remember his name now. But he's got a boxing record. He's like, I don't know. He might be 12-2, something like that. Professional.
Yeah.
And obviously Thor's never fought, is he?
Yeah.
But that Thor, my boy, he's fucking lost. He's a big guy. He's lost a lot of weight as well, isn't he? For this boxing, like Eddie Hall. He's gone small. Not small, but small for him type thing.
Yeah, right on.
Yeah. But,
fine.
And well, I'm looking for that's happening this year now, isn't it? September. Thor and Eddie Hall.
I think it'd be like entertaining. It's not going to be like good boxing at all.
No.
And like people get upset about it and say like, fucking it's a disgrace to boxing. These guys are getting paid like hundreds of thousands for a boxing match, and people like work all their lives, and I get that as well. But I'm going to watch it.
Oh, right. You'll have my 1999 by.
You'll have to watch it. It's going to be fucking awful, but you'll have to watch it. I guarantee you there won't be a knockout. They'll just be slugging it out to each other.
Round
and
6,
they'll get super tired pretty early.
Yeah, round 6, they'd be like laying on each other, wouldn't they?
Yeah, yeah.
I saw something, it was a while back, and it was like, I think either Eddie Hall or Thor was advertising the fight, and it was like, for the hardest man on the planet. And I'm like, right. Yeah, you guys might be the strongest people on the planet, but you're not the fucking hardest, you know what I mean?
No.
And that's some people think, John, like the bigger the muscles you are, but in fact, it's quite opposite, isn't it? In a fight type thing.
Yeah. Funny on it.
Yeah, big muscles, big shoulders, and he's hard, like.
Yeah, this guy can deadlift 500 kilos. He can fight.
Yeah. Nah. If anything, they'd be fucking worse throwing a punch, would they?
It's good to see an Eddie. Eddie's improved like a lot, like from where he started. Because he used to look terrible. But he's like, he's looking a bit better now. I think it's probably because he's just more practice and taking some weight off him. But he looks fucking phenomenal, like with his shirt off now. You see him like 6-pack, 160 kilos or whatever. That's fucking mental.
He grates some fucking cheese on his guts now. He's fucking shredded.
Yeah, no, right. You got fucking bricks, he has.
I would say I got on my notes here, but you doing a bit of coaching now, yeah? Or have you got any people under you, like you training up?
Yeah, no one under me or anything, but I just put it out there that I'm going to be doing PTs soon. I haven't started it yet. Just see if I get some interest of people if they want to learn. I'm not interested in like coaching, proper coaching or anything. But like, if there's anyone that like a lot of people like really want to try it out but just don't like going to big class settings and stuff. So it's just an opportunity for people to have a crack at that, like, and like, it's one of those things like. Some people just hate going to a big class. It's nerve-wracking going to a gym, especially people get this like perceived thought of going to a fighter's gym as it's like really intimidating. But like the fact that it is, or the majority of gyms you go to, you get the fucking nicest people in there that are like really welcoming. There's always gonna be dickheads everywhere, But like, so I think people just want to like learn how to do it first, so they don't feel silly doing it wrong, But like, there's nothing wrong with doing it wrong. But like, it's just an opportunity for anyone who wants to do that. Or if there's any fighters out there that want to think that I could teach them anything that I do well, then fucking great, But like, I'm not looking to get into full-time coaching, but it's just good to give that opportunity to people, like, But hopefully over the next couple of weeks now they'll start get going with that, like, if people are interested.
I was just saying, when you come home, either for a holiday or whatever you do, you've obviously I want to do a bit of training with you, do some bag work,
100%, yeah,
some striking. You send me some. I got a heavy bag and stuff in the garage, but you send me some good workouts on there, which I follow,
Yeah.
Like different types of techniques and stuff, and no, it works out quite well. I need to send you some videos of me doing it, by.
Fuck,
in fact, I took a video, what is it? This week, I was like, all right, get a video now. I was like, oh, you know what? I've lost a bit of weight. Let's have a top off video, is it? So I put the phone in the corner. I put my gloves on, ready to go. Started throwing some combos on the bag. Top off now, because I thought, I probably look all right now. After the video, I look back on the fucking phone. I'm like, fucking hell, my tits and gut still moving like fuck. Like, I thought it'd be not too bad, but I still haven't got rid of that gut, like, and tits.
Yes, you have, boy. You just fucking beat yourself up.
No, but I thought
if you could put a video of yourself top off where you are now compared to then, you'd be fucking so much difference, boy.
No, before we go, I'll have to tell you this, but I said I'll say it for the podcast. Do you know what today what I've been doing?
What?
I had a photo shoot, didn't I?
So what do you have a photo shoot?
A 3-hour photo shoot.
A 3-hour photo shoot? For what, then?
For this gym and next gym equipment company. Well, I wrote it down, actually, just in case they want to shout out on the podcast. The Active Tribe. 3 hours, by. Me in a vest, Kurt using resistant bands, fucking everything, by.
Fuck off, yeah.
I swear, by. It was fucking weird as hell. And all the lights there. I was like, fucking hell, I've never done nothing like this before. So it's like, right, let's do some curls. It's like, hold it there. And I went for the big heavy bands, Like, yes, get a pump on you now. Hold it there. And I was shaking like hell. It's like, you all right? Keep it there a bit longer. But no, it was a good laugh. Me and Courtney did it. I don't know. I thought I'd tell you this on the podcast. Quite funny, like, doing.
How the fuck did that come about?
Courtney works with a guy who's a photographer. He's got a side photography business, and they've had a contract for this sport equipment company, and they wanted to get it advertised. So they needed it. They asked for a male and female model.
Yeah.
And he said, "Oh, we'll give you cash." Well, it wasn't cash, but we'll pay you. And do the shoot. It'll be about 3 hours work. And we just needed doing different exercises, different moves. Try on, the deadlift bands and stuff.
Yeah.
I had to put them on and do fucking positions. Knee straps, foam roller, all those type of things, really.
Yeah, right on.
Yeah.
Fuck, I buy. What, is he promoting the brand as man? All the equipment.
To be honest, I could fucking go to Swansea next week and I could be on billboards. I know the fact's happening. They took loads of photos. Like, I don't know. At one stage, he said, "Oh, they took so many photos." He goes, "Right, we'll have a 15-minute break now. We need to recharge the camera." They said, "Like, fucking hell, right, oh." So they had a 15-minute break, have a drink, have some water, and it's quite funny. I found, didn't I? Hey, it could be a new career, boy. You know what I mean? Part-time podcaster, part-time fucking model.
Hey, maybe you get a couple more kilos off now. You'll be doing it in your pants.
What's the plan, man? I'm on track, was it? 91 kilos.
Get a pair of budgie smuggers out. You know what I mean?
No, not that far, boy.
Maybe.
No. Listen, boy, before I let you go now, predictions March 20th. Give me a prediction.
Oh, I don't give predictions for the fights. I see fucking Kit ended up either the fucking ref pulling me off him or Kit on his back some point. That's the only prediction I'm going to give.
No round, nothing.
I don't know. I'm prepared for it to be in the first round or the fifth round. Like I'm feeling fucking really good coming up to the fight. I'm feeling fit and like I got fucking fire in my belly for this one. Like, yeah, I don't give a fuck whether it's in the first round or the last round. Okay, I'm going to be ready for either one.
Yeah.
Sure he is as well. So like we'll see what happens on the night and who the fucking man is going to be with his hand risen at the end of the night. But yeah, I don't give a fuck if it's the first or the last round. I'm expecting my hand to be raised at the end of the fight.
Yeah, good stuff. Well, listen, boy, do you fancy coming on the podcast after the fight? We'll have a chat about the fight.
100%, boy, 100%.
Yeah. We can have that.
Just before we go as well. Yeah. Just before we go, do you mind if I just give a shout out for some of my sponsors as well?
Yeah, go on, bye.
Just want to say thank you for all the sponsors with Matt and Kelly Elliott. They fucking helped me out like massively. Gareth James, PT, Big Red Nutrition, the new mouthguard company that I just posted on my Instagram, Rampage Mouthguards. And if there's anyone else who wants to jump on as a sponsor as well, just get in contact. We've got a couple of spaces left. Yeah, thanks a lot, boy.
Where can we find you on Instagram? Your name?
John Fraser 92, I think it is. At John Fraser 92. I'm a little bit. I post everything through my Instagram onto my Facebook. So if I don't reply to it, if anyone messages me on Facebook, I don't really go on there that much. It's just filtered through my Instagram. But yeah, if you can follow me on Instagram, that'd be fucking great.
I'll put your name because I'm putting this on YouTube. I'll put your Instagram name on the YouTube channel as well. All right, bye.
Yeah, awesome.
Anyway, thanks for coming on, bye, and we'll do it again after your fight.
Yeah. I just want to say before we go, I just want to say thank you to all the training partners, Lonnie, Aaron, fucking Jackson that come up from Gamebred, my coaches Ryan Dunson, Ryan Doyle. Ryan Doyle does fucking shitloads for me, and Kyle as well. Yeah, just thanks, guys.
Thank you, John. John Martin Fraser, everyone. Ew.